And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV for round number 3 of the Late Model Racing Tasmania Racer Industries Pro Late Model Series presented by JSI Sim Sports. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call as we get set here tonight from Port Royal, Pennsylvania. You guessed it, none other than Port Royal Speedway for the third round of the series. Can Harry Stewart, can he make it 3 wins in a row after claiming victory at the season open a couple of weeks ago at the Volusia Speedway Park? Followed by last week at the Cedar Lake Speedway. We've got a little over a minute left in the qualifying session. As we can see, top left on the left-hand side will be the times about to start to come through now. Harry Stewart, quick time with a 17.918. Should he hold on to that one in the next 60-odd seconds, that will make that quick time 2 out of the 3 weeks. And looking at 38 cars that have signed into the virtual pit area for tonight. We want to welcome everybody in to the virtual Port Royal Speedway. And a big thanks to, of course, everybody behind the scenes that make all this possible. First off, the guys at the Late Model Racing Tasmania for jumping on board along with Racer Industries, Cool Drive Auto Parts, MFD Line Haul, Crawford Designs at MPI. Without their support, none of that is possible. Let's take a look at heat race number 1. You're starting a lineup. It'll look like this. On the pole position in car number 11, that'll be Harry Stewart. On the outside of the front row, driving car number 2, it is Daniel Cassidy. Second row inside with the 28 car of Thomas Mitchell. From position number 3 from 4, it's the 5 of Jonah Blackburn. Going to your 5th starter in car number 32, that is Kyle Fisher. On his outside in car number 21, Neville Olf lines up at a position number 6. Position number 7 in car number 12, that'll be Jason Crawford. From 8 in car number 6, that is Mark Scott. Your 9th starter in the 32 car is Alex Gavia, and rolling off at a position number 10 in car number 36, you'll see Aidan Gardner. Let's turn the volume up just a touch on that one as we get set for what is heat race number 1. Just got to fix something here, and I've got to figure out where to find it again. Safety car is in. We are green. Heat race number 1. Thomas Mitchell to the inside of Daniel Cassidy for the runner-up position. Top 4 going to go and transfer straight into tonight's main event, where first and second they'll go to an 8-car, 8-lap dash. Mitchell parked it on the nose of Cassidy, and up goes the inside of Kyle Fisher in the 32 car. Cassidy fighting back on Thomas Mitchell. They'll bang door panels in the middle of 1 or 2. Here comes Jonah Blackburn right there, waiting to move into position number 3. Blackburn to the low side. Cassidy up upstairs in the front, on the front straightaway now. Blackburn holding on to position number 4. Make that 5, I should say, because Harry Stewart is out in front from Kyle Fisher, Thomas Mitchell, and Daniel Cassidy at top 4. Mark Scott trying to make some moves on the inside there in the number 6 car to get by the 21 entry of Neville Olf. They work it through the first and second turn. Jonah Blackburn once again now going to close in up to the inside of the 2 car of Daniel Cassidy. Meanwhile, out in front by a second and a half, make that 1.6, nearly 1.7 seconds, is the 11 car of Harry Stewart now. Thomas Mitchell in the 28 machine, fastest lap of the race, just been turned there by Harry Stewart with a 17.855. The only driver sub in the 18-second bracket. And boy, we still see Blackburn once again still trying to work over the 2 car of Daniel Cassidy. Aidan Gardner from the back of the bus, who started, I want to say, position number 10, has found his way to position number 6. So top 4 to the main, top 2 to the dash. 5th on back will go through to your C and B main. And yes, we are Alphabet Soup Racing all season long. 32 of Gavia going down low on offers. I'll work it off turn number 2. Scott Gavia. Robinson fender panels down the back straight away off turn 2. It was that time by 3 laps left to run. The opening heat race of the night, the first of 4 heat races on the program. Mitchell trying to close in. You can see 6 to 7/10 of a second there. What second and third looks like. First is still Harry Stewart. Thomas Mitchell on screen there. In the Maddington Toyota Canley Vale Toyota number 28 machine. Cassidy still holds on to the final spot of the podium, but once again, here comes Jonah Blackburn with a run down the back straight away into turn number 3. Blackburn nearly going to slide it up in front of the 2 car of Cassidy. White flag is out. 1 lap left to go here at the virtual Port Royal Speedway. Stewart has already worked his way into turn number 3 now. White flag, checkered flag about to be displayed here at the Port Royal Speedway. Harry Stewart gets the win. Second will go to Kyle Fisher. So heat 1 done and dusted. We'll take a look at your official results. Harry Stewart, Kyle Fisher to the dash, Thomas Mitchell, Daniel Cassidy to the main, to the B and C, Jonah Blackburn, Aidan Gardner, Mark Scott, Neville Olf, Alex Gavia and Jason Crawford in heat race number 1. Heat number 2 on the pole position in the number 2 car. What is now looking like the number 7 car. Normally runs a 2L car. It is going to be Nick Ryan. Daniel Boyd rolls off out of position number 2. Position number 3 will be Nash Granger. From 4, the 99 of Oscar Ames. From 5, it'll be the 31 of Rowan Jones. Bo Oldfield in the 11 from 6. From 7, Alan Cleary in the 21. From 8, the 079 of Callan Muir. From 9, Daniel Nickel. And then we go back to Dale Rowlands in the 33 car. So let's hide that. Let's go that. You're not going to be able to see this for a second because we're going to reload our timing software, so bear with us. We are going to do this, yes, so we can see Nick Ryan is in the 2L machine, Daniel Boyd in the 79. We are racing here at Port Royal Speedway, heat race number 2. Granger will go side by side. Keep an eye on the 11 car of Bo Alford along with the 99 car of Oscar Rames. Boyd now under some pressure. Lap number 1 belongs to Nick Ryan. Daniel Boyd now going to slip out of the dash position. Granger gets around the outside of the 99 car of Oscar Rames. Here comes Boyd now with a slide job to move into second position, only in the middle of turn number 3 and 4. But I'll tell you what, he'll get shuffled back to position number 3. And well, I'll tell you what, he's going to have 3 hungry fellas right now behind him that want to move up into the main event position. Third and fourth now is going to be those drivers. Ames getting a little tight, had to back out of the throttle now. We see Granger still in the 25 machine. He has got the 4th and final transfer position. Rowan Jones in the 31 along with Nick Ryan. Half a second between the pair. Ames will go down low once again. Slide job, not 1 but 2. He's got the daily double slide job. He had the daily double slide job happening. Bo Oldfield now going to go 2 for the price of 1. Ames into the back of Granger just to give him a little bit of a nudge along to say, come on, let's get after it because they want to move into the final transfer position. And this 3-car battle has got this happening right now. Oldfield, will he go for the slider into turn number 1? Yes, he does. Ames trying to work it down low. Granger splits the middle on the exit of turn number 2. What a battle this is between Nash Granger, Bo Oldford and Oscar Rames. Keep an eye on the 21 car, slowly but surely closing in on these 3 cars. They work in nearly 3 wide. They'll go 3 wide down into turn number 1. Not 1 but 2 sliders from Bo Oldford and Oscar Rames. Both to the 25 of Nash Granger, but Granger gets back by Ames. Now going to come after Bo Oldfield one more time. We don't want to see the timer. We want to know how many laps. 7 down, 3 to run. Ames with another slide job. Here comes Oldfield with a run on the outside. Now Granger, he had to back out of the throttle ever so slightly. Ames now going to come after Oldfield once again down into 3 and 4. He gets tight one more time in the 99 car. Gee, it just does not look pretty when that car gets tight. Here comes Cleary on the inside of Oscar Rames. They ride the cushion on the entry down into turn number 1. Granger will start outside the front row of tonight's B main unless he finishes either 4th or 6th position. And I'll tell you what, Ames, he wants that spot. White flag is out. 1 lap left to go for your leader of Nick Ryan. He's already worked it down into turn number 3. About to come off turn number 4 from the pole position. He'll start on the outside of the front row in tonight's dash, along with Harry Stewart. Bear with me, I'm going to try and fix this because I was helping someone with it last week. And I can't for the life of me think where I seen it. All right, heat race number 2 results coming up on screen quickly. Nick Ryan, Rowan Jones, your top 2. Daniel Boyd, Bo Oldfield will transfer to the A main. Oscar Ames, Nash Granger, Alan Cleary to a B main. Daniel Nickel, Callan Muir and Dale Rollins also going to transfer to the B and or C mains. Heat number 3 lining up like this. Riley Hutchison in the 2 car on pole. Darren Lester in the 59 for position number 2. Coburn in the 26 from 3. In the 3 from 4, that'll be Bentley Summers. From 5, it's the 27 of Jaden Russell. From 6, the 1 of James Oliver. From 7, the 92 of Cody Gay. From 8, the 21 of Kyle Collins. And from 9, the 74 of Jason Burke. Lights are out. Safety car is in. We are ready for a start as the green flag is out. Riley Hutchison, he sends us off down into turn number 1. Darren Lester going to try and look for the race lead. They make contact. Here comes Coburn in on the inside. Not 1, not 2, 3, 4, nearly 5 cars going at it for the race lead. And Darren Lester, Bentley Summers, who's it going to be? It's going to be Darren Lester to lead lap number 1. Here comes Summers with a slide job. Oh no, Lester got all sorts of crossed up in front of Riley Hutchison. We should be going yellow. We stay green for the moment. No, now we go yellow. Okay, I think I figured that one out. I'm hoping I've got that sorted. Oh, no, I don't want an update because... All right, Darren Lester, let's take a look once again here at what happened here to the 59 car. So you can see right just there, just got a little loose there in front of the 2 car of Riley Hutchison. And unfortunately, the 59 car losing a right front. And we'll go back to the last recorded lap, which will, of course, put that number 2 entry of Riley Hutchison back to the pole position. To get a big thank you to, of course, the guys at the Late Model Racing Tasmania for jumping on board once again for another year of late model sim racing action. Pro Late Models, Delaware Double File Restart, of course, Racer Industries, Cool Drive Auto Parts, Crawford Designs, MFD Line Haul, and MPI. Without their support, none of this is possible. And a big thanks to the guys at the JSI Sim Sports team and stable as well. Green flag is back out. We are back underway. Berkey going to the inside on Cody Gay, but also Jaden Russell. Kyle Collins, meanwhile, was up to position number 4. Going to come after Bentley Summers, though. Bentley Summers is going to throw the big move there to the 26 car of Kobe Noonan. And Kobe Noonan rockets back to the runner-up position. Here comes Kyle Collins down low, down into turn number 1. Summers to the outside. Hutchison turns his fastest lap of the race with an 18.3. You go back to that opening heat race where we've seen Harry Stewart go to a 17.8. Just seems to be a cut above the rest of the field at the moment. Collins once again having a good look on the inside there of the 3-car of Bentley Summers. Jaden Russell on the outside of a transfer position, although he wants to have a good look down on the low side of turns 3 and 4. Cross flag sticks around 5 down and 5 to run for your race leader of Riley Hutchison. He's had a second and a third in the opening 2 weeks of the season. What was it, 2 seconds? Oh, car into the wall. Right, it's your race leader. Riley Hutchison has gotten into the wall. And the right front is broke. One simple mistake getting up and close and personal with that guardrail. Just got stuck up onto the wall and then just did not want to turn from there. Let's take a look on board. And when it gets stuck into the wall like that, you can only hope. And you hate to see it. And again, we ride on board of Riley Hutchison. So it was already broke by the time that they... By the time he'd gotten down off the wall, it was already broke that right front. So safety car is infield. Kobe Noonan with the Delaware double file restart. Leader has the front row to themselves. We'll go back racing off for turn number 4. We're back underway. Green flag is back out. And gee, Jaden Russell trying to make it 3 wide there on the start of Kyle Collins and Bentley Summers. Here comes Cody Gay in the 92 to the outside of Jaden Russell to pick up position number 4. And now Cody Gay shutting the door. In fact, slamming it shut there on the 27 car of Jaden Russell. Russell is going to dive it down to the inside. Meanwhile, Summers going after Kyle Collins for the final spot in the dash. Second place driver will start position number 6 in tonight's dash. Make that 7, I should say. Heat race number 3. Here at the virtual Port Royal Speedway, Bentley Summers just seems now to have gotten clear of that 21 car. But the 21 going to fight back on the inside once again. White flag is out for your 26 car of Kobe Noonan. Work on the top side through turn number 1 and 2. He'll find his way down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. He's just got to navigate the final 2 left and right-hand turns off for corner number 4. Kobe Noonan with the win, and he ranks number 3. Second will go to Bentley Summers. Third at the line will be Kyle Collins. Fourth home is going to be the 27 car of Jaden Russell. Cody Gay comes home in position number 5, followed by Jason Perkins 6th. 7th will go to Riley Hutchison, James Oliver, and Darren Lester. As heat race number 4 coming to you on the raceway. We'll see Riley Stewart in the 96 car on pole position. To the outside of the front row will be the 15 car of Jacob Croker. Cohen O'Toole in caliber 18 lines up at a position number 3 from 4. It's the 24 of Shannon Jordan. Your fifth starter in caliber 26, that'll be Sean Stevens. On his outside, driving caliber 92, Lachlan War from position number 6. From position number 7 with a 47 entry of Dylan Price. From 8, the 93 of Brendan Randall. And from 9, it's the 7 car of Corey Borden. So safety car going to stay on the racing surface. So lights will go out. So Riley Stewart, the 96, up alongside Jacob Croker in car number 15. Round 3 of the 10-week series. Coming to the green flag off corner number 4. And Riley Stewart leads us down the front straight away. Colin O'Toole going to immediately dive down to the inside, going to look for the race lead. Jordan may have gotten into the back of Croker, but now here comes Sean Stevens to that inside row. First, third, and fifth, they all find themselves running 1, 2, and 3. So the bottom side good there on the initial start. Croker got some company right now with the 47 car of Dylan Price. Stevens had to back out of the throttle as Colin O'Toole now was all over the front and rear of the car of Sean Stevens. Now Stevens going to throw the slider and come after Riley Stewart, but Stewart around the outside. Stewart picked up a podium last week at Cedar Lake Speedway. Can he continue on the good run to continue up? But what he done last week for round number 2, Lachlan Wall, fastest lap of the race so far. And that's the driver that sits in position number 6, if you don't mind. Now make it 5th. O'Toole just tucked in behind the 96 entry of Riley Stewart. Croker going to try to the inside. Now here comes Sean Stevens back with a run on the outside. Now Croker going to go down the inside. Slide job up this position number 2, but no. Colin O'Toole goes back to the inside as does Sean Stevens. Lachlan Wall coming after Dylan Price, then Jacob Croker, now to the 92 car. Croker into the back of Sean Stevens. Lachlan Wall, the 92, finds himself into a transfer position. Now going to look for more. Going to look for that insurance position if you don't mind. So the 92 of Lachlan Wall finds himself to position number 4. Going to challenge Sean Stevens in the 26 car. It just seems to be the last lap and a half. That 26 car does not look very happy as he works it around the Port Royal Speedway. 6 down and 4 to run. Oh, Croker, Corey Borden trying to avoid the incident there just happening in front of him. Does so. Croker going from starting on the outside of the front row, and he's fallen back to position number 6. Could fall back to position number 7 now. Colin O'Toole in the 18 machine. He cannot make a mistake because Sean Stevens is right there. Colin O'Toole, I'm sure, would love to put the 18 into that 8-car, 8-lap dash later on this evening. Stewart in the 96 car. 2 circuits around the virtual Port Royal Speedway. It's only 3/10 of a second. One little mistake in the right rear grabs the cushion in the middle of 1 and 2. They'll come to the white flag one final time. Stevens under all sorts of pressure right now from the 92 car of Lachlan Wall. But your top 4 have got a big 1.5 second gap, nearly 1.6 second gap back to Dylan Price. Back there in position number 5 as he's now going to fall back as Colin O'Toole going to try and dive down to the inside into turn number 3 and 4. Off for turn 4 to the front, straight away to the start-finish line we go, and Riley Stewart going to win. Riley Stewart will claim victory in heat race number 4. Second will go to Colin O'Toole. Third at the line is going to be Sean Stevens. Fourth, Lachlan Wall. Coming home in 5th is going to be Jacob Croker. Shannon Jordan in 6th. Corey Borden 7th. Dylan Price 8th. And Brendan Randall to come home in position number 9. We go to your C main 12 laps. And the top 3 are going to transfer into the back of tonight's B main. So your C main lineup will look like this. The 11 cars getting set to do battle. Corey Borden in the 7 on pole to the outside of the front row. The 21 of Neville Old from position number 2. Position number 3 in the 18, that'll be Daniel Nickel. From 4 in the 1 entry, that'll be James Oliver. Position number 5 in the 47 car, that is Dylan Price. From position number 6 in car 32, Alex Gavia. Position number 7 in car number 079. That is Callan Muir. From 8, it's the 59 of Darren Lester. From position number 9 in car number 93, Brendan Randall on his outside. In car number 12 from position number 10, Jason Crawford. And your 11th and final starter in car number 7. It is Dale Rowlands from the 11th starting position. Safety car is in. And they might say it's peanut butter jelly time, but it is C-Main time. 11 cars, 3 going through. The other 8 will find themselves out of tonight's third round of this series as they all try to navigate their way down the back straightaway. They've already got themselves through turns 1 and 2. They'll head off into 3 and 4. Just trying to find your groove and make your move. Nickel into the back of Price. Lester to the inside. Oh, Gavia checks up. They go 3 wide down the back straightaway. Lester hard into the inside wall in the concrete. And Darren Lester eating some concrete. And back to the pits. And Darren Lester, gee, it's a night that he would rather forget from a good qualifying effort to now not transferring out of your C-Main. And that is 2 races in a row where that 59 car has just been on the wrong end. The first in his heat race, he actually spun it all on his own. And that one. So Crawford back in the pits. Darren Lester, Callan Muir. So we've already got 3 cars back in the pit area. But that will still leave us with 8 cars on the raceway. Oh, hi, Mr. Worldwide, Mr. KRD. Yeah, Mr. Worldwide. So we'll come back racing. Corey Borden in the 7 car. Safety car still on the raceway. 2 down, 10 to run. You're not still crippled. How you going? I'm actually just watching, just keeping an eye on the Carlton and North Melbourne game, just quietly, low key. It's my last leg. All right, so lights are out. Corey Borden in the 7 car will bring us back to the green. So Darren Lester out of the event. Jason Crawford and Callan Muir are still in the pits, which will, of course, mean that their nights are done and dusted as well. In round 3 of the late model racing at Tasmania Pro Late Model Series, thanks to Racer Industries and JSI Sim Sports. Back to green we go. And Corey Borden trying to drive off into the sunset right now as we work on completing lap number 3. Here comes Neville Ulf in the 21 car. Going to send it upstairs down into 3 and 4. Getting a run was the 1 car of James Oliver. So keep an eye on the 1. Was not here last week due to some actions from the opening week of the series. But of course hoping that he's learnt his lesson on that one. As now he'll now go to the inside on Neville Ulf, I should say. We're watching Oliver in that number 1 car. Ulf trying to go and fight back into position number 2. Remember, top 3 move into the back of tonight's B-Main. See you next week, Nate. Oliver and Ulf have got positions number 2 and 3 for the moment. Ulf going to try and slide it up. No, had to back out of it. Just turn that car just a little bit to the side. Watching Dylan Price and Brendan Randall go at it for position number 4 and 5. That right there is just a battle right there for bragging rights. So your leader is Corey Borden. Cross flag sticks are out. 6 down and 6 to run here in your C main. Essentially, just 3 races on the program left after this one. You've got a B main, our 8-car, 8-lap dash, and then your 40-lap A main event to come here from the virtual Port Royal Speedway. Round number 3 of the Late Model Racing Tasmania Pro Late Model Series, thanks to Racer Industries and JSI Sim Sports. Borden still holds on to the race lead, where yellow, Dylan Price, that is. So what happened to DP in the 47 car? Oh, just got a little crossed up into the side of Brendan Randall. We get a real good look at our start finish line camera here. Probably should pull up right in front of it. Oh, look at that, right at the bottom of the flag stand. So there's a nice little shot of the virtual Port Royal Speedway. Long straights. A gnarly cushion, that's for sure, building around the raceway. Turns 1 and 2 is very, very tricky if you get it wrong. So we should see, hopefully, the lights go out on the safety car. They do, so watching out the back of this number 7 car. Safety car is infield, and we have 4 laps to go. Delaware double file restart once again. Corey Borden just stacks them up and just says, well, you guys can't go until I decide to go. And, well, he's decided to go, but he left it a little bit late. What does this potential final restart have for us here between Neville Olf, James Oliver and Corey Borden? Will Alex Gavia make a run for it? Gee, Oliver, he sent it in deep there, and he had to back out of it. Otherwise, Corey Borden would have been facing the wrong way. Here comes Olf. Look at Gavia in the 32 car. Oliver with a run on the cushion through turn number 1 and 2. He'll move his way back to position number 2. Back to the cushion goes the 1 car of Oliver. Not once but twice as he grabbed that cushion. And now Corey Borden a little bit slower there on the exit of turn number 4. That allowed Oliver to go down to the inside and go for the slider and take over the race lead. Borden now moves back to position number 2. Meanwhile, Neville still holds on to that third and final transfer position. White flag about to fly here at the Port Royal Speedway. 4 turns for 3 of these drivers in their quest for victory. Here in round number 3 of the Late Model Racing Tasmanian Pro Late Model Series, they'll hustle and bustle into turn number 3. About to come off turn number 4. James Oliver with the win. Second will go to Corey Borden. Neville Olf in third. Alex Gavia 4th. Brendan Randall rounds out your top 5. 6th will go to Daniel Nichols. 7th will be Dale Rowlands. 8th is Dylan Price, Callan Muir, Darren Lester, and Jason Crawford. Your 11 cars in the C main. James Oliver, Corey Borden, and Neville Olf are confirmed. Your top 3, that will move on to the B main. 14 cars getting set to do battle for what should be 8 going through. It is 8 going through. 15 laps, 8 will transfer. On the pole position, let's take a look at your starting lineup. On the pole position with a 5 car of Jonah Blackburn. From 2, the 99 of Oscar Ames. From 3, the 92 entry of Cody Gay. From 4, the 15 of Jacob Croker. From 5, the 36 entry of Aidan Gardner. From 6, the 25 of Nash Granger. From 7, the 74 of Jason Burke. From 8, it's the 24 of Shannon Jordan. Mark Scott in car number 6 will start from position number 9. From 10, the 21 of Alan Cleary. He's got a lot of work to do. Both these drivers from position number 11, the 2 of Riley Hutchison. From 12, you see main winner of James Oliver. From 13, the 7 of Corey Borden, and from 14, the 21 of Neville Ulf. 15 laps on the board. Green flag is up and in the air. We are racing in your B main. 8 out of the 14 going through. Lap number 1 belongs to the 99 of Oscar Rames. Second, Jonah Blackburn. In fact, there goes Jacob Croker to the inside, just facing some mechanical issues on the inside of the 15. Now they're going from the bottom to the top, and we'll slide it to position number 2 as Jonah Blackburn goes back to 3. Have a look at James Oliver. In the space of 2 laps, he goes from what was position number 12 to position number 5. Make that 4 as he gets by the 25 entry of Nash Granger. And that one car is moving through the field. Granger comes back at Oliver down the front straight away. Granger at the start-finish line reclaims the 4 spot on the raceway. Oliver now trying to get a run on the outside once again. They'll drag race down the back straight away into turn number 3. Granger sticking to the low side. Oliver going to put that right rear and the right rear quarter panel right up on top of the cushion. Now going to run the slide line is the 1 car of James Oliver. Fastest lap of the race, your race leader, Oscar Rames, with an 18.546. We go back to heat race number 1, Harry Stewart, with a 17.8. So you're looking at 7/10 of a second difference between heat race number 1 and your B main. Jordan Gay, Riley Hutchison in that 8th and final transfer position. Hutchison in the 2G. He's had a night he would rather forget. Couldn't be any worse than Darren Lester's, unfortunate, because Lester was good in qualifying and then it all came unstuck for him in the heat race and the C main. Cody Gay now goes and gets shuffled back to the 8th spot. Now that'll give an opportunity for the 74 car of Jason Burke. Watching your battle between 6th and 7th position. Jordan to the low side. And Riley Hutchison working to the top shelf. Here comes Oliver now trying to come after 3rd place driver of Jonah Blackburn. Once again goes to the slider on Blackburn. Blackburn turns it back underneath him. Riley Hutchison has now turned the fastest lap of the race, and that man is in 6th position right now. Blackburn comes after Oliver. Oliver, he's had the I guess you could say, the R&D of running the top side for 12 laps in the previous C main. He knows exactly what the cushion is going to be like, so he's really got his eye in at the moment, whereas Jonah Blackburn maybe taking a couple of laps to get used to, but just like that, we are already 2/3 of this B main in the books. And Jonah Blackburn in position number 3. Oliver right through the middle and finds his way to position number 3. Now half a second away, 0.6 of a second to the man that sits in front of him in the 15 car, your runner-up driver of Jacob Croker in car 15. Granger got some company with Riley Hutchison. Hutchison wants to move forward as much as he can. Needs to just basically salvage somewhat of a better starting position. But the 99 of Oscar Rames, gee, he is gone. He is checked out. Hutchison with a slider in the space of a lap. Riley Hutchison's got not 1 but 2 drivers, the 25 of Nash Granger, but also the 5 car of Jonah Blackburn. I get the feeling right now that James Oliver is not content with 3rd place, and he's going down to the inside there on Jacob Croker. Croker trying to shut the door on the entry into turn number 1, but James Oliver, gee, he's been mighty in this B main run. White flag is out, 1 lap left to go. Who are the 8 that are going through? Here comes Riley Hutchison now down to the inside. He made a little bit of contact there with Jacob Croker. It was right front fender to left rear quarter panel, but it won't matter. Into 3 and 4 for the final time. Oscar Rames is going to be victorious. Second will go to James Oliver and Jacob Croker and Riley Hutchison. Just 9/1000th of a second, separating the two drivers for third and fourth position. We wait to take a look at your full field results. So your B main results coming up on screen. Oscar Ames with the win over James Oliver in second, Jacob Croker third, Riley Hutchison fourth, and Jonah Blackburn to round out your top five. Sixth will go to Shannon Jordan. Nash Granger in seventh. Eighth is going to be Mark Scott, Jason Burke ninth. Cody Gay makes up your top 10. Alan Cleary in 11th. 12th is Aidan Gardner and the last car on the lead lap. Unfortunately, Corey Borden and Neville Olf. Their nights ending in the B main after just 3 laps, and they finished 12 laps down in positions number 13 and 14. But now we get set for the 8 cars to make their way onto the virtual Port Royal Speedway. We're waiting on one, Bentley Summers in the 3 car. But we can see Harry Stewart will start alongside what should be the 2L machine of Nick Ryan. Kobe Noonan in the 26 will start from position number 3. Riley Stewart in the 96 from 4. Kyle Fisher in the 32 from 5. Rowan Jones in the 31 from 6. Bentley Summers in the 3 from 7. And Cowan O'Toole in the 18 from position number 8. 8 laps on the board. Your dash. Your B main has just been running 1. So they get the wonder green signal. Harry Stewart. He has dominated proceedings in the opening 2 weeks of this late model racing Tasmanian Racer Industries Pro Late Model Series presented by JSI Sim Sports. Can he make it 3 wins on the trot? No doubt these drivers and the rest of this 23 car field, other than Harry Stewart, they all want to claim victory. 8 laps on the board. 8 lap dash is underway, and the green flag is out. Noonan going to dive it down low into turn number 1, but here comes Nick Ryan with a run on the outside, and there is immediately straight away your battle for the runner-up position. Nick Ryan nearly got into the guardrail, almost doing what Riley Hutchison did there in his opening heat race where he got stuck up into the guardrail. Lap number 1, however, will belong to Harry Stewart, still watching Nick Ryan, along with the 26 car of Kobe Noonan. 2 down, 6 to run. Jones will now slide into position number 4. But here comes Kyle Fisher. Jones good there on the outside. 3 down, 5 to run. There'll be 4 cross flag sticks. They're going to be out. Cowan O'Toole. Unfortunately, he's going to be out of the dash. Three to run at the line for Harry Stewart. Nick Ryan second, Kobe Noonan third. Kyle Fisher fourth. Rowan Jones fifth. Riley Stewart in sixth. Bentley Summers in seventh. Cowan O'Toole in 8th position. A couple of laps left here in your dash. And then we will have our 24 car field set. And in fact, checkered flag is out. We've gone to a 6-lap dash tonight. So Harry Stewart gets the win. Nick Ryan in second. Kobe Noonan in third. Carl Fisher in fourth. Rowan Jones fifth. Riley Stewart in sixth. Bentley Summers in seventh. In fact, it's going to be Bentley and Cohen either way. It doesn't really matter how that one all plays out. But we know we do have our first 4 rows sorted in tonight's A main event. So they'll just get the running order written down so they can tell the drivers who is going to start where in tonight's feature event. Get a huge check it, of course, the guys down at the late model racing Tasmanian scene. Huge thanks to, of course, Racer Industries, Cool Drive Auto Parts, Crawford Designs, MFD Line Haul, and MPI. MFD coming in with some money for the Hard Charger Award. Last week, I want to say that went to Corey Borden last week, actually. I could be wrong on that one, but I want to say that it was very close to being Corey Borden. And of course, thanks to JSI Sim Sports for putting on this Pro Late Model Series. We're just waiting on Race Control. I believe that they are not going to do any more track time. There'll be no track prep. It'll be straight into your 40-lap feature event. Who will take out round number 3? This half-a-mile raceway in Port Royal, Pennsylvania. Yes, Port Royal Speedway. We are getting set for your 40-lap A main event. So we go back a couple of weeks ago at the Volusia Speedway Park. It was Harry Stewart dominating circumstances and then backing it up last week at Cedar Lake Speedway to make it 2 wins on the trot. So as the points stand going into round number 3 tonight. What's up, Willie? What's going on, Brett? So coming into tonight, your top 5 in the points. Harry Stewart, 491 points. Riley Hutchison, second with 440 points. A tied for third between Kobe Noonan and Bo Oldfield, both on 420 points. Nick Ryan rounds out your top 5 with 415 points. Then we'll go back to 6th place, Nash Granger with 406 points. Riley Stewart 7th with 403 points. Alex Gavia in 8th with 372 points. Jacob Croker 9th, 368 points. And then Cohen O'Toole rounds out the top 10 with 366 points. So yes, this is week number 3. Again, we'll recap what we've seen in week number 1. We go back to, I'm going to give you each result. So qualifying in week number 1 at Volusia, Harry Stewart, Bo Oldfield and Kyle Fisher were your top 3. Heat race winners seen Harry Stewart get the win in heat race number 1. Riley Hutchison got the win in heat race number 2. Nick Ryan, winner of heat race number 3. James Oliver, winner of heat race number 4. Kyle Collinger, winner of the C main. Your B main winner was Riley Stewart. And then with our top 3 in the 40-lap feature event was Harry Stewart, Riley Hutchison, and Nick Ryan. Now that was week number 1. We go to a week later, week number 2 at the Cedar Lake Speedway. Again, we go to qualifying. 38 drivers signed into the pit area. Kobe Noonan went quick time from Harry Stewart, and Bo Oldfield rounded out the top 3. Your heat race winners was Kobe Noonan getting the win in heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 went to Harry Stewart. Bo Oldfield got the win in heat race number 3. Heat race number 4, Riley Stewart picked up the victory. Alex Gavere picked up your C main win from your B main winner of Jonah Blackburn, and Alex Gavere went from winning the C main to getting second in the B main. And then, of course, we had our feature event. Harry Stewart picked up the win over Riley Hutchison in second, and Riley Stewart in third position. And Thomas Mitchell went up 7 positions, but Corey Borden went up 11 last week, making him last week's MFD Lionhaul Hard Charger. Bentley Summers is Slayer, probably. I mean, he is going to start in the 4th row of tonight's feature event. Now, I'm just trying to bring up the football on the other screen while we're waiting. Oh, hang on. We are going to unmute because we are with the boys in here. Hello. Hi. Sorry, I didn't.
I don't know whether we're live. But
yeah. What are we doing?
We're doing a challenge, but these guys have just denied it, so not to worry.
Yeah. Okay. So they're scared. What was the challenge anyway?
We're going to throw Harry and Nick both to the back there for deal of 5. Come through the field. They've denied it, looking at the big prize at the end.
Yeah. Okay. So they're scared. In other words, all right. No worries, boys. Sorry about that.
That was all. I was just trying to get your attention. They really need to have a chat as well.
Oh, were they?
I've shushed them off now, so no problem.
Sorry, boys.
Let's get the show rolling as it sits. As the boys will be at the front.
All right, so no worries. Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
All right, apologies on that one. That's what happens when you're looking at points and trying to keep everyone informed. As looks like we are about to go racing here in a second. So Harry Stewart, Nick Ryan both denying the chance to go to the back. All right, now we have our lineup ready to go. Let's go and take a look at your starting lineup. Well, winner on the pole position is going to be the number 11 car of Harry Stewart. To the outside of the front row is going to be the 2L machine of Nick Ryan. From position number 3 is going to be Kobe Noonan. From position number 4 is going to be the 32 car of Kyle Fisher. From position number 5 in car 31, that'll be Rowan Jones. From 6 to 96 of Riley Stewart. Row 4 is going to be Bentley Summers and Cohen O'Toole. We'll start from positions number 7 and 8. Then we go to Thomas Mitchell in 28 from position number 9. From 10 to 79 of Daniel Boyd. From position number 11 in car 21, that's Kyle Collins. From 12, Sean Stevens in car 26. From position number 13 in the 2 car, it is Daniel Cassidy. From 14, car 11 of Bo Oldfield. From position number 15, the 27 of Jaden Russell. From 16, it's the 92 car of Lachlan Wall. From position number 17, your B main winner of Oscar Ames in car number 99. From 18, the 1 of James Oliver. From 19, it's the 15 of Jacob Croker. From 20th, it's the 2 car of Riley Hutchison. From position number 21 in car number 5, Jonah Blackburn. From 22 in car 24, that is Shannon Jordan. And your 12th and final row from position number 23 in car 25, that is Nash Granger. And to the outside in car number 6, from position number 24, Mark Scott. Well, how often do we see a 4-wide salute in the real world? Now we do it in the virtual world. The drivers will get told over the one-way communication radio that we are about to go 4 wide here at the Port Royal Speedway. 40 laps will be thrown up on the board. And we are missing Riley Stewart from that 6th starting position. So Riley Stewart has not made the call. He was seventh. He was seventh coming into the point standings. He was starting position number 6. But there it is, ladies and gentlemen, as they work it down the back straight away. A simple show of respect from the drivers. Racing in your late model racing Tasmania. Racer Industries. Pro Late Model Series presented by JSI Sim Sports. As they come off turn number 4. Well, they might not be able to hear you, but they certainly do appreciate the fans, you fans, for watching live on Ultimate Dirt TV. 23 drivers in your A main field, and have a look at that. And they will get told to break away from formation. And just like that, one complete lap of a 4-wide salute. Safety car stays on. They're about to be 1 to green. And we are 1 to green right now. Who will it be? Can Harry Stewart make it a hat-trick of feature wins? Let's find out. Lights are out. Just keep an eye on that safety car. If it pulls infield, we are going racing here at Port Royal Speedway. Will it go a left-hand turn? Yes, it does. We are set for a start. 23 of the best. 40 laps on the board. Round number 3 of the Late Model Racing Tasmania Racer Industries Pro Late Model Series presented by JSI Sim Sports Port Royal Speedway. Round number 3. Let's get naughty for 40 as we're underway. And just like he's done in the opening 2 weeks of the series, Harry Stewart gets away from the field. 3 wide, Cohen O'Toole to the outside of Rowan Jones, now to the inside of the 32 car of Kyle Fisher. Fisher upstairs, Cohen O'Toole right through the guts of turn number 3 and 4, and now picks up position number 3. Cohen O'Toole, he is on the charge from that 4th row, and he's up to a top 3 already. Fisher down low on the 26 car of Kobe Noonan. Stewart, your race leader, goes through the middle, does Nick Ryan. Now Nick Ryan gonna challenge Harry Stewart down into turn number 1 and 2. Stewart to the outside. Your race for the lead is on down the back straightaway. Stewart, Ryan down low once again. In fact, goes right through the middle with Stewart right. We're on the caution and drives way past the number 2 L Machine. Stewart going to run the slot line down into 1 and 2. Figured, well, you know what? Maybe the cushion might just be a little too dangerous there in turn number 1 and 2 on the opening couple of laps. Let's see if they can get the nice little rhythm going here at Port Royal Speedway. Half a mile. So 20 miles around the Port Royal Speedway for what is round number 3 of the Late Model Racing Tasmania Racer Industries Pro Late Model Series presented by JSI Sim Sports. Rowan Jones in the 31 car has found his way to position number 5. How about Oscar Rames in the 99 car? Didn't he win the B main? And he's up to 7. So he's gone from 17th to position number 7 in 5 laps. That's 2 cars a lap is that 99 car. He is moving right now. There's no shaking, there's no baking, there's just flat out wheeling and dealing, hustling and bustling around Port Royal. Here's the 99 car watching the 31 of Rowan Jones, trying to go to work and work over the 18 car of Cohen O'Toole. Your top 3, Harry Stewart, Nick Ryan and Kyle Fisher. Oh, James Oliver around in turn number 3 and 4. And Riley Stewart is on the raceway, but he is 1 lap down. We'll see if he gets his lap back, but James Oliver, the man that brings on the caution flag for the first time in tonight's main event. Oh, Russell and Jonah Blackburn. So watch to the right of your screen, the 27 and the 5 car. They rub panels. They hit. Probably about the midway point. No, not so much the midway point. Just sort of going down to the entry into turn number 3. 3/4 of the back straight away. And unfortunately, James Oliver is the man that suffers in that one. So seeing as though Riley Stewart missed the grid, I don't think that he's going to be eligible to get his lap back. But the first time we see the caution in tonight's main event comes on lap number 8. Make that 7 because we will complete lap number 8. And we will start on lap number 9. That was right. Yeah, 8. Simple math. Apparently I can't do it. Lights are still on the pace truck. So I think race control looking over the situation there at what had happened. However, our field is set. Now, wouldn't be surprised to see Harry Stewart go back to the cushion on this initial restart. But then also, at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if he just stuck it right through the middle and slid up to the cushion like what he'd done the previous couple of laps. You can see that Australian Racing Products 6 Ballarat 87 Creative number 11 car. So the leader, once again, has got the front row all to himself. He dictates the pace of this one. Noonan into the back of Jones. Just give him, just to say, hey, you know what? Maybe something happened in the opening 8 laps of that exchange. I wasn't too happy about it, but we'll keep an eye on that little bit issue to see if it develops any further. Here we go back to green. We're once again racing here at Port Royal Speedway. Just like that, Stewart goes the slider line, as does Nick Ryan. But gee, Carl Fisher, he was well aware of the fact that that slider was coming. 3-1. Here comes Rowan Jones down to the inside. He backed out of it. Jones. Here comes Ryan trying to get a run on the outside. We'll go yellow, and that's probably going to save Nick Ryan there, because we'll go back to the last recorded lap, because we're not going to get a chance to complete that lap. And looks like Nash Granger. He's going to be the man in question here. So let's see what happened to the 25 car. Oh, nowhere to go. Then, in fact, was all started with Thomas Mitchell in the 28 car. Oh, there was 4 wide, and ouch. Let's see what happened here. Oh, Hutchison got into the side of Mitchell. Mitchell got, Stevens nowhere to go. Mitchell and Granger nowhere to go. Well, good luck for race control. Bowlfield into the pitch. Sean Stevens and Riley Stewart might be able to pick up a couple of spots here due to these cars having some severe damage. So riding on board with your race leader of Harry Stewart. So if the lights are out, they are out. So we are ready for a restart here in a main competition, the Late Model Racing Tasmania Pro Late Model Series. Don't forget, back live on Ultimate Dirt TV on Wednesday night, about 8:30 or 8 o'clock. All right, coming back to green with Harry Stewart, Nick Ryan, and Kyle Fisher. We're back racing in your main event. And gee, Kyle Fisher got a good restart there on the outside. Now Cohen O'Toole going to come after Nick Ryan. Rowan Jones again making it 3 wide on the bottom side, but just backed out of it. Down the back straightaway, Kobe Noonan in the 26 car. Bentley Summers, Oscar Rames are side by side. Ames once again is up to position number 7. Jones coming after O'Toole. Well, parks it right on the nose of the 18 car, and Cohen O'Toole had no choice but to back out of it. 11 laps completed of this 40-lap A main event. Ames in the 99 goes to work on the 26 car of Kobe Noonan. Remember, Ames picked up your B main win, which therefore started him into position number 17. Here comes Jacob Croker, Daniel Boyd now. Daniel Cassidy outside the top 10 just. Cohen O'Toole trying to work over Rowan Jones. Now he's trying to get one back at him. Meanwhile, Kyle Fisher under all sorts of pressure and all sorts of under all sorts of attack here from the 2L machine here of Nick Ryan. Kyle Fisher holds on to the runner-up position in that number 32 car. Meanwhile, Rowan Jones working over the 2L machine of Nick Ryan in the middle of turn number 1 and 2, but Ryan's got the run down the back straightaway. O'Toole just there to the right of your screen in the 18 machine. You can just see him grab the cushion not once but twice. It straightens the car up. And he could start to try to use that slingshot of a cushion to get a run in 3 and 4. Nick Ryan, Jesus. That is all sorts of close. Cuts it outside, inside, slide, jump for position number 2. Fisher works it back underneath, and now as does Rowan Jones. Nick Ryan getting shuffled outside of a podium position. Now going to get shuffled back to position number 5 as Cohen O'Toole goes to work on the 2L machine. Kyle Fisher just holding his line through the middle of the racing surface here at Port Royal. You've got to be patient, but you don't want to let Harry Stewart get any further in front than what he already is. You can see that gap, a little over 3-second advantage, and we've still got 23 to run. So we've gone 9 laps, maybe 10 laps now. We had 32 on the restart. We're 9 laps in, and he's pulled over 3-second advantage over Kyle Fisher. Now, given that Harry Stewart has had nothing but clean air, meanwhile, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and then 6th position, they're all battling with one another. Oh, Bentley Summers into the guardrail on the exit of turn number 4. Would not be surprised if that somehow has broken the car and we see a yellow, but for the moment, there it is, right on cue, and that 3.3 second lead is gone. Oscar Rames and Bentley Summers. Let's see if there was, yeah, definitely contact. Now catch 22 will go from the camera high in the sky. Well, you can make up your own mind on that one. We're staying right out of this one. And dare say, yeah, look at that. Unfortunately, the 3 car is back in the pit area. And speaking of the 3s, well, a 3 over a 3-second advantage is now gone for Harry Stewart, and reaching roughly around the halfway stage of tonight's feature event. So 21 laps left to run. A good game of foosball happening in NRL right now. North Queensland and the Bulldogs. So 21 to go. Lights are out. Harry Stewart once again will lead us back to the green flag. Carl Fisher, Rowan Jones in row 2. Cohen O'Toole, Nick Ryan in what is row number 3. Daniel Boyd, Kobe Noonan back to row 4. We're back racing once again here at Port Royal Speedway. Jones with a slider on Fisher. Ryan to the outside of O'Toole's all drag race down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, Carl Fisher has gotten back to position number 2. O'Toole with a slider there on Nick Ryan. Now here comes Rowan Jones. Well, he went to go to the inside. Oh, Cohen O'Toole caught the inside wall there, the concrete on the inside, and it doesn't move, Cohen. No matter how much you try and shorten up your entry. Jones and Ryan once again, though. Robin Panels and the work that into turn number 3. Here comes Ryan. We're trying to get a run on the outside down the front straightaway. O'Toole and Noonan battle for positions number 5 and 6. Daniel Boyd, Daniel Cassidy, Riley Hutchison from position number 20. O'Toole and Noonan, Cassidy. It's been a while since I've seen him on the sim. 3 wide, Noonan, O'Toole and Nick Ryan. 3 wide once again. Multiple grooves here at Port Royal Speedway. Stewart already out to a near 2-second advantage. It goes up over 2 seconds. It nearly goes to 2.2 seconds. Watching Kobe Noonan in the 26 car rim ride the cushion through turn number 1 and 2 and gets around the outside of the 18. And you know Kobe Noonan is not done with just yet. He wants to stamp his authority on this battle near the front of the field, just as Rowan Jones, Carl Fisher and Nick Ryan all come together once again. Yellow flag will fly with 15 to go on the restart. This could be a Daniel Boyd incident here. It is in the 79 car. So he just got into the wall there on the front straightaway, but when you take a look, so watch behind those white cars coming off turn 4. Just got into a wall and then he was getting off it. You can see the 2 car of Riley Hutchison. He was all up in that grill. Unfortunately, just sent the 29 car around. Looks like everybody is going to get by that 79 car, but gee, that 79 car, it has seen better days. So 15 to go here on this restart. So lights will go out. Rowan Jones and Carl Fisher. Fisher in the 32 and the Toowoomba windscreens. 32 to the inside of that second row. Tucked in right up behind your race leader in the 11 car. Rowan Jones on the outside of the front row. In NRL news, the North Queensland Cowboys have just scored with 9 minutes to go. Should be right next to the uprights too. So 15 to go, 25 down. Back racing here at Port Royal Speedway. Fisher going to send it in on Rowan Jones once again into turn number 1 and 2. Jones, Fisher, they back out of it. Jones had to back out of it. He's the one that had to take his foot off the gas pedal. Nick Ryan down to the inside. 3 wide off for turn number 4. Jones coming back after Fisher. Nick Ryan now and Kyle Fisher make a bit of contact. Nick Ryan moves back to position number 3. Jones, he's in second position. Kyle Fisher tried to shut the door there. On the 18 of car 102, here comes Kobe Noonan and Daniel Cassidy. Keep an eye on Cassidy. Slide job there on the 26 car of Kobe Noonan. But just like that, he avoids not one but two. He gets by Cassidy and O'Toole, all in the space of a back straightaway. Nick Ryan up to position number 3. 12 laps left to run. O'Toole and Noonan made contact. Here goes Noonan now with a slider on O'Toole. Cassidy to the inside. They made contact. And Kobe Noonan loses out in that one. Here comes James Oliver in the 1 car to the right of the screen. Mark Scott has come from, I want to say, from position number 24 in that number 6 car. And he is moving right now. Oh, no! Mark Scott! It almost came unstuck for him in the 6 car. Cassidy's up to 5th. Noonan rim riding the cushion and almost the guardrail. O'Toole right up across the nose of the 2 car. Oliver now goes and makes it 3 wide down into turn number 1 and 2. Just working the bottom side. Gee, that bottom side is good in turn number 1 and 2. And I can see that James Oliver, he has just gutter ratting this one all the way around. Oh, look out, he lost the left front. He lost his left front quarter panel. And that car is going to be a pig to drive from right now in that number 1 car. Meanwhile, battle is on, closing up there for the runner-up positions. Rowan Jones, Nick Ryan, Harry Stewart, well, all barring a late race caution. I guess you could say 3 in a row for Harry Stewart. All barring any mechanical issues for that number 11 machine. And we are yellow. And another 3.5 second lead is going to get terminated. 8 laps left to run. And Stewart must be thinking every time I get a 3+ second lead, the yellow comes out. But honestly, I don't think he's got anything to worry about. So Stewart, Jones, Ryan, Fisher, and Cassidy, your top 5. Jeez, Cowboys got away with the disruptor just then. So they'll see the 1 to go signal. 7 laps to go. Your A main, round number 3 of the Late Model Racing Tasmania Racer Industries Pro Late Model Series presented by JSI Sim Sports. Round 3 here at Port Royal Speedway. Don't forget next week, round number 4 live Sunday night from about 6:40, 6:45 Australian Eastern Standard Time. And then, of course, we're live next on Ultimate Dirt TV myself on Wednesday night. Single file restart inside, 10 to go. And Jones needed to go with Harry Stewart there, and that he did not. We'll see what Jones can do here on a restart. He's going to have a Nick Ryan all over the back of him immediately through turn number 1 and 2. There's half a car length as they work it down into turn number 3. Meanwhile, here comes Kyle Fisher. Going to try and send it deep on the inside of the 2L machine. But you just see that 32 car just straighten up just a little bit. That means he was backing out of the throttle because he knew he was not going to get clear of the slide job. Jones and Ryan. Ryan got into the back of Jones. Ryan backed out of it, and Carl Fisher goes, okay, thank you very much. I'll go from 4th to 2nd. And now James Oliver looking for a podium on the low side. Gee, that bottom is phenomenal. James Oliver's making it work down on the low side through 1 and 2. Ryan struggling right now to get by the 32 car of Kyle Fisher. Nick Ryan, Fisher made contact with Jones, and Nick Ryan goes back to position number 3, 3 wide for the minor placings. Here comes Kobe Noonan. Gee, where do you want to go? Do you want to go top? Do you want to go bottom? Or do you want to go middle? Oliver's got the bottom working. Noonan's got the top working. Jones and Ryan, they've got the middle working. 3 distinct racing lines here at the Port Royal Speedway. Ryan sent it in there on Jones. Here comes Oliver. Here comes Noonan. 4-car battling right there for positions 2, 3, 4, and 5. Ryan slides up in front of Jones. Jones comes back underneath him. Now here comes Kobe Noonan with a run on the outside. Kobe Noonan in the 26 car. You leave the top side open for him. Jones and Ryan both slid up 4 wide on the exit of turn number 2. A lap and a half to go. We know who's got this one in the bag, but who's going to be there for the minor placings? White flag is out. 1 lap left to run here for Harry Stewart. Half a mile. Nick Ryan, Kobe Noonan. Ryan sends it in on Kobe Noonan. Noonan had to back out of it, but it's not going to matter because already into 3 off for turn number 4. Harry Stewart is victorious in week number 3. Oliver sent it in on Ryan. Oh boy, who's it going to be? Nick Ryan, James Oliver. I think James Oliver got there. Maybe Nick Ryan, I can tell you, there is just 6 1,000ths of a second. But once again, for the 3rd week in a row, the number 11 car shows why he is going to be a force. He is going to be one to beat this season. Let's take a look at your full field rundown. Harry Stewart gets the win. Nick Ryan home in second by 5 1,000ths of a second. It was at the line over James Oliver. Kobe Noonan in 4th position. Rowan Jones makes up your top 5. 6 will go to Kyle Fisher. Daniel Cassidy in 7th. Colin O'Toole 8th. Lachlan Moore 9th. And Daniel Boyd rounds out your top 10. 11th through the 20th will look like this. Shannon Jordan in 11th. 12th will be Mark Scott. 13th, Jacob Croker. 14th, Oscar Ames. Kyle Collins, 15th. And the last car on the lead lap. And then a few DNFs. Jonah Blackburn in 16th. 17th will go to Riley Stewart. Riley Hutchison in 18th. Bentley Summers 19th. And Jaden Russell rounds out your top 20. Bo Oldfield in 21st. Thomas Mitchell 22nd. Sean Stevens in 23rd. And 24th. Is Nash Granger. Gee, what a way to wrap up round number 3 here at the Port Royal Speedway. He's just been so dominant so far in the opening 3 weeks of the season. We wait for your top 3 to find their way to where they need to be. So just waiting on first place. Well, we can get him here in a moment. But home in 3rd place tonight in the 1 car all the way from the C-Main. It is James Oliver. James, congratulations on the 3rd place finish here tonight. Boy, you really had to work for that 3rd place.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it was pretty good with the boys in the Discord helping me out. It was good fun.
You've done a lot of laps tonight here at Port Royal. You go from the heat, C-Main, B-Main, and now 40 laps when it's all said and done. I guess that's not too bad of a way to finish up from where it could have been from that C-Main.
Yeah, exactly. And after the heat race, I wasn't too confident on the night, and then when we got in a little bit of a tingle in the feature there, my car was a bit bent, and then no one was on the bottom, so I just went down there and gave it a shot, and I think the bent car actually helped me, so it was good fun.
I'll tell you what, you were the only guy to really work that bottom side. Was that just for the fact that you had to go down there because you may have lost a little bit of horsepower due to the damage on this race car?
Yeah, I think the damage on the race car helped me get around the corner, and especially in 1 and 2, I was a lot quicker by the look of it, like I was pulling off an everyone. So just a credit to the boys in the Discord letting me know where I was good and where I wasn't.
I'll tell you what, well done on third place here tonight. You almost pulled off a second place there with a real late effort there on Nick Graham. But Jason, before we let you go on this third place, we'll let you thank everyone involved on this one car.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank all the boys in the Discord. Taylor Wineland at 25 Enterprises for all the help. He's helped me really improve my speed over the last couple of months, so I really appreciate that. Bentley Summers, just everyone else in the Discord, I just can't thank enough.
There we go, guys. James Oliver in third place. Home in second place tonight, driving the 2L machine. He started on the front row, and he will finish in position number 2 for a second time. He's found himself on a podium in 3 weeks. It is Nick Ryan. Nick, congratulations on second place. I don't know what you got to do differently to catch that 11 car who's just in another league of his own at the moment. But, gee, I tell you what, those last 8 laps were nothing short of exciting.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting last few laps, but yeah, hopefully we can come back next week and maybe try and get a little bit closer to Harry.
In those last 8 laps, 2, 3, 4 wide, no mirrors. That must have been it must have been nerve-wracking at some stages throughout the course of that race.
Yeah, I was happy to file into second early, but just got a bit screwed around on one of the restarts and ended up back, which wasn't too stressed about. Being fourth just sort of saved my tyres mainly for the end of the race after last week's issues. But yeah, I knew on that last restart I had Rowan seemed to be struggling with grip, so I thought I could get past him pretty easily. But there was definitely cars going everywhere.
Well, you're fifth coming into the point standings coming into tonight after the opening 2 weeks. Another podium here that makes it your second podium in 3 weeks. That should put you right up near a top 3. Again, everyone's going to have to catch that 11 car because he just seems to be in the league of his own. What are you going to do differently to give yourself the best opportunity of beating him?
Not really sure, to be honest. Just try and do as many laps as possible leading up to the race and just pray that something happens to him. So, but no, we'll try our best next week and see if we can't beat him.
Well, Nick, well done on second place here tonight at Port Royal in the Late Model Racing Tasmania Racer Industries Pro Late Model Series. Before we let you go, we know there's a whole list of people and sponsors on this car that need to be thanked.
Yeah, just can't thank all the boys in Discord enough. The whole NLRA Australia team, King Race Designs, Ultimate Dirt TV, Luke Johnson Racing, JR Productions and Media, 96 Graphics, and all my sponsors, Cartworks, K1 Race Gear, Sinclair Service Centre, Number 4 Composites, and yourself for putting on the stream, and all the boys at JSI for putting on the racing.
Nick, well done on second place. We'll see you back next week for round number 4.
Cheers.
Nick Ryan home in second place, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, that leads only one man, and he was as dominant as what he's been over the first couple of weeks. This time, probably none more dominant in 3 weeks. And Harry, congratulations on yet another dominating performance. This time, I can say this really was an absolute butt spanking.
Yeah, no, it went better than expected. I thought for sure I'd jam it in at least once, pretty solid, and sort of open myself up. But I think the lads behind me were racing pretty hard the whole race, so that definitely helps with how important the momentum is around here. So, yeah, no, it was good fun. Pretty full on, just ripping the fence for 40 laps, but that was good.
What were the tyres like after that 40 lap feature? Yeah, how hard were you pushing to, were you saving, or were you just going flat out the whole time?
I was going flat out the whole time because we had the wall to bounce off and sort of keep you going forward, so the tyres weren't really too much an issue. If it was around the bottom, then it would have bloody sucked at the end. But Thankfully, it stayed on the top and could just sort of bounce off the wall and keep the momentum up that way. So it was probably easier running the top at the end when the tyres sort of lost their edge. At the start, it was probably too much grip to be right up against the fence and be. Well, it was all right, but it was just a lot sketchier at the start. And at the end, there it was pretty cool. It was just hold it flat out and just throw it there and turn left and hit the wall and then turn left a bit more. That's good.
Must be a good feeling to be this dominant, considering that the only time that we've seen you on screen was either on the start or the restarts. Because we didn't really get to see the 11 car. Was there any stage in that race that you probably could have searched around, or was it just straight up going to the top and you're not gonna get off until you make a mistake?
At the start when Nikra's probably, I think it was 1-2, he was doing something a bit different. I think he was just exiting probably 3/4. I don't know, I haven't seen yet, but so I think he was doing. I was sort of pretty tempted to go run that, but I just sort of went, just stuck with the top. And 3 and 4, I was thinking maybe cut off my exit and run a bit lower off the corner because the top of 4 is probably a bit scary. But no, I just sort of, I can't think of the word, but I stayed with it and just it worked.
Is that word persistent?
That's the one.
Yeah.
Persistent. Yeah, there we go. Fuck.
That's a tough word to remember.
Yeah, no, it's at least 2 syllables. So, yeah, struggle with that one.
It's definitely 3. Anyhow, Harry.
Yeah, no, that's I said at least 2. I couldn't count 3.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Fingers only go so far, mate.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe use one of those heads of yours.
Yeah, well, I mean,
You Queenslanders have got 2 heads. Anyhow, that's just another story for another day. Harry, congratulations on your 3rd win in a row in this late model racing Tasmanian Pro Late Model Series, thanks to Racer Industries and JSI Sim Sports. Harry, before we let you go, once again, one final time, we'll let you sign up. We'll let you thank everyone involved on this number 11 car.
yeah, just the whole JSI team for organising this series. Yourself for broadcasting, Darcy for letting me run the car. Penske Shocks by Cash, Australian Racing Products, A7 Creative, Down Under Graphics, Six Ballarat, Brad, Bo, Damo, Cash, Joel, and Darcy for being in the Discord and hanging out and not being too loud with their road racing shenanigans. So, yeah.
Well, 3 weeks, you pulled out to 77-point lead, and we've still got 7 weeks to come. Harry, congratulations on the win. We'll look forward to seeing you back to see if you can make it a quadruple of wins next week.
Cheers.
There we go, Harry Stewart, your winner here tonight from the Port Royal Speedway, which will, of course, wrap up round number 3 of this late model racing Tasmanian Pro Late Model Series, thanks to Racer Industries and JSI Sim Sports. Again, round number 3 completed and done and dusted here from the Port Royal Speedway. Just a quick recap on what we've seen here tonight before we wrap things up. Harry Stewart goes quick time. Harry Stewart also picking up the win in heat race number 1. Nick Ryan picked up the win in heat race number 2. Kobe Noonan got the win in heat race number 3, where Riley Stewart picked up the win in heat race number 4. C-Main winner was James Oliver. He went from 4th to 1st in the C-Main, where Oscar Ames picked up the B-Main win tonight. So, of course, Harry Stewart picked up the win in the dash, opted to not go for that challenge at the back. And, well, why would you? He probably could have gone to the back, seeing as though he won by 5.294 seconds over Nick Ryan. Hard charger James Oliver, 18th to 3rd. That is plus 15 positions. He will be tonight's MFD Linehaul hard charger. Again, big thank you to, of course, MFD Linehaul. Of course, so there's a whole list of other sponsors, which you can see up on the top right. They rotate throughout the course of the night on the broadcast. But again, without those sponsors, of course, Late Model Racing Tasmania, Racer Industries, Cool Drive Auto Parts, Crawford Designs, MFD Linehaul, and MPI. Without none of their support, none of this would be possible. Well, we look forward to having your company next week here on Ultimate TV for round number 4 of this Late Model Racing Tasmania Pro Late Model Racer Industries Series presented by JSI Sim Sports. But next time we're live here on Ultimate TV, or next time I'm live on Ultimate TV, will be Wednesday night. Catch all the action from about 8 to 8:30 Eastern, Australian Eastern Daylight, Eastern Standard Times, I should say. Daylight savings is over. We'll see that in a couple of months' time. But we look forward to seeing what round number 4. Can anybody beat Harry Stewart? He's made it a habit of winning not 1, not 2, but now 3 wins on the trot. We'll see what happens next week. But until then, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate TV and the management behind the scenes, my name's Brett Wheeler, signing off, saying good night.